Hello and welcome to a legitimate television show. Yeah, we're doing it. This is a show that's broadcast. We've got some beachcomers. This is a beach party tonight because it's the summer, and this is clearly a beach. You can tell it's a beach because we have some fish. There's a ball. There's a beach. I'm wearing sandals. So, you guys, legitimate television show, beach party. This is like everything you watched on MTV in the 90s. It's great. It's a great time, and most importantly, it is a legitimate television show. We are broadcasting. We are broadcasting on TV, the real one. You might be watching it on the internet. You might be watching it live. Hopefully you are, because otherwise, why am I talking? But tonight we have 4 great performers. It's going to be really exciting. You should clap them up. Yeah, you might not know who they are yet, but you will. So be patient. But yeah, this is a summer. We're in July now, and ooh boy, it's hot. Ooh, everyone in the studio is like, ooh, it sure is hot in here, right? Oh boy, yeah. We've turned this studio into like you can barely. This is actually a TV studio. This is television magic. Television magic at its finest, guys. And I will say, we're having a beach party right here, but this is actually a bit better than a beach party because, let's be honest, guys, truth be told, the beach isn't great. In fact, the beach is kind of lame. And I have a slideshow to explain why the beach is kind of lame. First reason, it's too hot. It's too hot. You go to the beach and there's sun shining on you and it burns your skin and it makes you feel not good. If I could design my own beach, it would be overly air conditioned and like kind of frigid and make you wish that you like brought a hoodie when you forgot to on a Wednesday night. The second reason, because your body is ugly. You have an ugly body. I have an ugly body. All of us. I feel ashamed about my body, and I'm sure you guys do too. And you should. We should all feel. We should all feel fully ashamed of ourselves and our bodies. And you're not supposed to do that at the beach. Number 3, you gotta rub gross lotion on yourself. I hate. Sunscreen is disgusting. It smells weird. It feels. It's like slime on your skin. Number 4, you might drown. Every time you set foot on a beach, there's a good chance you're going to drown. No matter what part of the beach you're on, undertows, no joke. Number 5, no one wants to. Like you go home and you think everything's normal. Once you leave the beach, and then you get in the shower, and you wash them off, and then like 4 days later, there's still sand in your butt, and it's uncomfortable, and it makes you scratch and feel gross. Sand gets in your butt. Number 6. Stepping on seashells hurts. You walk on the sand, and then there's these sharp, pointy things that fucking stab the bottom of your feet, and also might have a living creature inside that you killed. It's a bad reality. Number 7. Jellyfish. Yuck. They're fish, but also they're jelly. That's gross. Also, they make you feel hurt. Those are facts about jellyfish. I don't like them. What? That's a living. Gross. Number 8. It's too windy. This ties in with the sand, but it gets in your eyes. You're reading a book on the beach, and then it blows the pages. Look, no wind indoors. Indoors is better than beach. Number 9, children are there. Boo. Children suck. I hate children. You know where children don't go? They don't go to public access shows at 11 o'clock. If there are any children in here, leave. That's another reason why this beach party is better than a beach party. And the final reason, the hypnotic sight and sound of the waves crashing into the shore. It just makes you feel relaxed and comfortable. when all you want to do when you're at the beach is laugh at hilarious comedians telling you jokes, right? That's why we go to the beach. So in my mind, this is the best beach party that's ever existed because the things are the antithesis of that. Is that the right word? No, that's probably the wrong word. Okay. But we have the opposite of what I was just talking about. We've got fun, we've got happenings. We're done with the slideshow, but we still got a party. You guys, this is a party. Sometimes people dance and move in parties. We don't. Yeah. Okay, so you guys, you ready to get this beach party started? I'm not. All right. So our first guest tonight is a contributor for the Huffington Post, an overall delightful person, and fits the mood so well because her last name has the word summer in it. Give it up for Sarah Summerlin. Thanks so much.
Yeah, keep it going for your host, Rob. Without him, we would not have this legitimate television show or a beach party. On the Upper West Side, no less, right? I'm never on the Upper West Side. I came to a Starbucks before I came here. Do you know how hard it is to be named Sarah at an Upper West Side Starbucks? It is a nightmare. We all ordered a small chamomile tea. Who's first? When everyone is used to being first. I used to have a big problem with Donald Trump. I used to say used to. I mean, he's stupid, he's a misogynist. But then I thought about it. I listen to Chris Brown every day. Stupid misogynists are my thing. I actually think that mixtape that got leaked, you know, that one with Billy Bush, I think it's a pretty choice track. I'm just waiting for the remix with those White House features, you know? I want to hear some Steve Bannon raps. I want to hear Ivanka say Maybach music. I think Barron could even get involved, you know? I like turtles. Good job, Barron. I love rap music, but I really don't like talking to my white male friends about rap music because they can't enjoy it. They have to be scholars of rap music, you know? Mr. Lamar truly cemented his status as one of rap's greats with his sophomore album, To Pimp a Butterfly. We believe you. Do you guys think that chameleons ever have body image issues? Standing out by blending in, what a hand. Do you think humans ever go up to them and say, hey, I found this rainbow chameleon on Google, why don't you look like that? And the chameleon's like, oh, I like crickets, you know? Thanks, I love them. Thank you for giving them to me, and I love Netflix. True Blood Season 2. Oh, I'd watch it again. But you know, I'd love to look like a rainbow. Take my crickets back. I won't be having any tonight. You know, I hope they don't feel that way. I love their precious skinny green bodies. I hope they're body positive. But as far as humans are concerned, I think body positivity is the greatest con to be pulled on women. Because if any man in this room came up to me and said he loved every precious inch of his imperfect body, I would call the cops. That shit is psychopathic. And we react so strongly when women just want to change one thing about their body. Oh, no, you're perfect. When a guy wants to lose weight, he's like, I'm on a cut. I'm cutting. And his bro is like, I'm cutting too. You want to go drink Diet Cokes and have a salad by the river? Only if it's reduced fat. Hell yeah, man. That's what it's like when a man wants to take control of his body. I think if we really wanted women to be equal to men, we would just let them do whatever the fuck they wanted. Yeah. Some manly replies from the women. So now that you know how I feel about body positivity, let's talk about my body. I would say the best part of being a flat-chested woman is if a man says, "Nice shirt," I believe him. I have other friends, they don't have the same privilege that I do, you know? They get more self-conscious. And, you know, I wish I could say that about all the other things I wear, but, you know, when a man says nice sandals, I'm like, why? Is it my feet? You know? Or if I'm on a date with a guy and it's going particularly well, and he says, "Hey, Sarah, you know, I really like your anal beads." I get a feeling he's not talking about my anal beads, right? Todd, what do you like about my anal beads, huh? The color? The shape? Or the way they hang from my asshole? It's disgusting. Man, this show is late. I am tired. I am falling asleep on stage. Clap your hands if you're falling asleep while I'm performing. Yes, it's exhausting. I like to go to sleep when the sun goes down. And I have an early day tomorrow. First stop, dentist. Second stop, gynecologist. Got to get all those teeth cleaned. Earlier today, I saw a young boy reading a book instead of playing games on an iPhone. Don't worry, I called Child Protective Services. Parenting is hard, but there is no reason to make your child read. Get that kid on Instagram. Let him enjoy what we're enjoying. Models with big butts and sad memes. Yeah. Big butts and depression are really having their moment right now. It used to be that you should be ashamed of both of them. Guys weren't allowed to like big butts. You weren't allowed to be a downer. Now I feel like depression is something like really hip that you should identify with. But it's hard to be publicly depressed, especially in New York City. That's why cab drivers are the luckiest people, because they have a place to cry, a place to scream, and a place to eat. Something that we don't have the luxury of doing. That's why I made an app called Chamber that's going to change all that. It's like an Uber for crying. Notification goes a little something like, "Hey, your Chamber's here. Celine Dion will only play for 45 minutes, so get your ass out there." I want to leave you guys with an impression. Is that cool with everyone? Don't you like the traditional consent for the impression routine? I'm going to be a feminist astronomer. And in the north, you'll see the labia majora, and in the south, the labia minora, and the clitoris. It seems to be absolutely everywhere. Everywhere. Thank you, guys.
One more time for Sarah Summerlin. Thank you so much. You'd like to take a seat? First of all, great job. Welcome to a legitimate television show.
Thank you, sir.
Bye.
You've done really well yourself. I really
Thank
liked
you.
your slideshow.
Thank you. I made it as like 5 minutes.
Wow.
Yeah. Oh, that's one of those TV secrets you're supposed to, I've whispered the one TV secrets you're supposed to not tell the audience.
Wow, you
Yeah.
must be very well networked to get this job.
It's a lot of networking went into it. I came here. I asked if I could do it.
Wow.
Yeah, so
Congratulations,
I'm pretty
man.
But now you're networked in.
Yeah, it's insane.
Yeah, right?
Next stop SNL, right?
You know me, and that's crazy. That's crazy for you.
Yeah.
You know the host of a legitimate television show.
I'm honored.
Yeah, I'm honored to have you on here. You're a fantastic. I feel like you're a brand new friend, if I can
true.
call you that.
That's true.
Yeah.
What's your sign?
Aries.
Me too.
Are you an Aries also?
Yeah. What's your rising sign?
I don't know.
What the fuck?
I'm sorry, I don't know what that is.
I am a grand water trine and a Gemini ascendant.
Wait, grand water trine?
Yes, that means my moon is in Cancer and all the other water signs are like in a triangle with them.
Oh.
What? Whatever, man.
I'm
I
sorry.
guess not Aries don't
No.
necessarily like astrology.
Not all Aries are Aries.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm more of a. I'm gonna think of one.
Pisces.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I'm more of a Pisces. You know, like I'm a moon Pisces, but a land Aries.
That's not a thing.
I feel like at some point, if you bullshit, at some point you'll come up with real astrology.
Improv, right? There's a whole school that's charging lots of money to.
Yeah. There's like 4 of them that
yeah.
I've gone through, and I still can't. They don't teach you enough about astrology.
Yeah.
Neither does that astronomy 101 class that I took in university.
I know. I got to astronomy. I was like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah.
When are we going to talk about my personality?
Yeah. It's funny because I clearly don't know anything about that, but I still failed the astronomy class.
Damn.
Yeah.
Well, now you know where the labia majora is.
I do. That's good.
Yeah.
I feel like that'll help for something at some point. Right. So Sarah, I don't know if you know the drill around these parts of this beach party, this live lit happening beach party. But in addition to you being a performer on a legitimate television show, I'd also like you to be a contributing writer to a legitimate television show, the officially branded clipboard here. So in order to do that, I'm going to need you to write something down, whatever you want, and then I'll read it, and then you'll be an official writer.
Okay, great.
And while you're doing that, I will, standing up for no reason, I will read some of your plugs.
Sick.
So Sarah has a wonderful Instagram account. It's Sarah, SARAH_Summerlin, Summer with LIN at the end. She's also got a great YouTube channel. Man, some of those are amazing. Your painter video, just really, check it out. You should really watch it. And she's got a show coming up. She's going to be performing at the Standing Room on the 24th at a show called There Will Be Hot Girls There. I mean, it's like, what else do you need to know? Like, that's perfect marketing in the show name. Just like a legitimate television show, you know? Like, you come to shows because it's like, oh, I get what I've been promised. So yeah, give it up one more time for Sarah Summerlin. Great performance tonight. Oh my. Wow. You were going to town with that.
Sorry, it has to be perfect.
No, it's fine. This is the part where I stretch. Oh man, this.
I hope you can read it.
This is great. So Sarah, the performer and writer for a legitimate television show, wrote, "I'm perfect the way I am and an Aries, but not just that. She also drew a picture. If you wants to get a close up. These are astronomy things, clearly. They all have meanings to them. These are actual constellations, right?
Yeah, Majora Minora.
Yep.
And then Chameleon.
Yeah, chameleon. Yeah, that's the one. So yeah, thank you, Sarah. I'm also gonna make you a professional writer performer.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for being on a legitimate television show.
Anytime.
Now fuck off.
Okay.
Woo! Beach party. That's a catchphrase. We could hashtag that. I don't know, beach party. Why not? I should do that more. I should have hashtags. Okay, you guys, you ready for this party to keep on rocking beach style? Keep on rocking beach style. All right, next up, we have a very funny young man who cut his teeth up in the Binghamton, New York scene, and he is the creator of Lizard People of New York. Please give it up for the often mispronounced Jeremy Kaplowitz.
Hey, how are you guys? Yeah. Cool. I'm good. I noticed recently that guys only hit on my girlfriend after they've met me, which is offensive, I guess. Before they meet me, they're so nice. They're like, hey, I respect relationships. I would never hit on someone who has a boyfriend. And then they meet me and they're like, well, that's not a boyfriend, that's a scarecrow. So it's a different thing. One of those guys, this is 100% true, told me that it's because I look like an easily defeatable villain. Which is so unfair. I don't even get to be a good villain. I'm bad at my job. I'm like a henchman. I'm like the guy James Bond beats up in the cold open of the James Bond movie. I was watching the newest James Bond movie. Have people seen Spectre? Anyone? You have one person? Great. It doesn't matter. It truly doesn't matter. But you should see it if you haven't, because it's cool. It's really crazy. James Bond kills more people in that movie than I have in my entire life. Like, it is out of this world. My girlfriend and I just had our 7-year anniversary. This is pretty cool. Enthusiasm, really great. It's cool. People always ask me for dating advice, which is strange. Like, my friend was texting me. He was like, I'm talking to this girl on Tinder. Like, what should I say to like get her to want to date me? And the thing is, like, I'm the worst person to give dating advice because I've been dating my girlfriend for 7 years, and I'm 23. So all of my dating advice is how to hook up with a 16-year-old in 2010, which is like not a power I want to fall into the wrong hands, but also just like not super relevant. Like, I don't know if I can be like, hey man, just do what I did. Take her to that hit new Green Day musical on Broadway. Is that? Hey man, do the old Jeremy. Just put your arm around her while you're watching the series finale of Lost. Just tell your parents you got track practice, drive half an hour out of town, and lose your virginity. Is that one still work in Trump's America? I'm not a comic who does a lot of Trump stuff. The guy who scares me more is Steve Bannon, just like the general like anti-Semitism currently. Because like as a Jew, it's like, it's good to be back. You know what I mean? Right? Like, we're back. Like, it's so nice. Like, we were white people for too long. Do you know what I mean? Like, we were oppressed for a few thousand years, and then, like, World War II happened. We were white for, like, 70 years. And now recently, everyone's like, are they, though? And now we're back, and it's so much more fun. It's just, I was raised white, and now I'm interesting. And it's just, it's better on every level. It's 100% true. I found my name already on an alt-right website on a list of secret Jews, which is 100% true. Which, like, as someone named Kaplowitz, it's fun that anyone thinks it's a secret. Like, that's just, like, I like to imagine, like, the anti-Semitic Sherlock Holmes in his mom's basement, like, and he's got like a corkboard, and it's a photo of me, and then there's just one red string, and it's a photo of me at my bar mitzvah. And he's like, I'm gonna fucking solve this. I'm gonna figure this out. I have my own conspiracy theory. I think all conspiracy theories are made up by the companies that sell red string. Follow the money. I met a juggalo this week. People are familiar, right? The Insane Clown Posse. People always talk about how crazy juggalos are. I don't think they're that crazy. You know who's crazy? Casual fans of Insane Clown Posse. That is so much weirder. Like, I get being a juggalo. Like, everyone wants to be in a group. Everyone wants to, like, wear face paint together and say mean things to women. But, like, it's so much more unhinged to, like, put your iPod on shuffle, get an Insane Clown Posse song, and be like, this is fine. like in my head, being a juggalo. Are you a juggalo, Rob? Is that what's going on here? No. People are looking at you. Everyone's comforting you, as I mentioned. It makes sense, though, because I feel like juggalos are like Scientologists. Like, you're in a cult. It happens to people. You got to get out. It's fine. Liking Insane Clown Posse casually is like learning about Lord Xenu putting the souls of 1,000 Thetans in volcanoes and being like, who's to say? Everyone is entitled to their beliefs. I moved to New York City about a year ago, so it's pretty cool. No one told me I was poor. Just like, no one told me that I was poor until I moved to New York City. I found out I was in a supermarket, and the only cereal I could afford was called Crispy Hexagons. And I was like, oh, I'm poor. But I'm happy to be here because before I was here, I was doing comedy at a college upstate New York, opening exclusively for a cappella music, which is a weird redundancy, I guess, or an oxymoron. But like, it's so much worse playing for like. A game I like to play is Everyone All at Once. Shout out your favorite famous a cappella singer. Right, because it's just Eminem at the end of 8 Mile. That's the only one. Because like, what do you like when you're an a cappella singer in in college, like there's no aspirations. Like you can't be like, I'm gonna be a real musician one day. Like there's no like beatboxer a cappella guy who's like, man, when I grow up, I want to be a drum set. Like it doesn't, there's no connection. It's tough though, because I was locked out of my Gmail account this week, so that was hard for me. Because I must have made my Gmail in like high school. You had to do like those like recovery questions, and mine was, what do you want to be when you grow up? And there's nothing sadder than like sitting at your computer trying to remember all the things you thought you could once be. You know what I mean? Like going through all of the like, I think maybe doctor? And just like not, I had to call Google and I had to ask, what do I want to be when I grow up? And the answer was just Batman in all caps. So, I used to be short, but I overcame it, so it's pretty cool, which is true. I took, as a kid, I took human growth hormone. I took shots every night in my leg for like 7 years. I was supposed to be 5'2", and now I'm 6 feet, so it's pretty cool. And which is like a weird thing, because like people talk about privilege. There's no more privilege than your parents being like, 5'2" is a life-threatening illness. We're gonna solve this one. And the thing is, like, people always compare it to like Captain America. Like, hey man, you're like Captain America. It's like, yeah, well, Captain America became muscular in a montage, and I stretched out over 7 years. So it's not, Captain America fights Nazis, I fight Nazis on Reddit. Like, it's not, there's two different, and so the thing is that like I was supposed to be 5'2", and I'm 6 feet, and I had acne as a kid, and I had electrolysis done as a kid, which is when they like zap the hairs out. They zapped them out of my unibrow, and they pulled them, and I used to have a unibrow. So like the true genetic version of me is 5'2" with a unibrow and acne, and I like to imagine that like that version of me exists somewhere, and like if you could close your eyes and like truly like picture it, like truly close your eyes. I want you to like try to picture like a real like a 5'2", like a version of me that's like, hold on, like just 5'2". Just balding from the stress of being alive. Just acne all over, unibrow, spotty facial hair, untouched. Like, you know when you see like on like sports swimsuit models and they're totally photoshopped? I'm the Photoshop version. You know what I mean? Like, this is the real genetic version. Like, this is me in my DNA. The thing about this joke is that it cost me $80. And I don't have $80. So I asked a comedian friend of mine to chip in $40. And he did, and he's very sweet, but he did it under the condition that I would read a list of insults about me, the true version of me. So this is my obligation to the $40. Someone, could you come up and hold this for me so I can read these? Someone? Could we? Guys, give it up for Chance. Can you hold this? Thank you so much. Okay. So these are $40 worth of jokes about the version of me that looks like he's selling sex on Craigslist. Okay. I look like someone who believes women's vaginas get loose if they have too much sex. I look like someone who believed in Pizzagate but was also a pedophile. I look like the inside of an NFL player's brain. These are each like $8.50. I look like a package someone at FedEx kicked. And then lastly, I look like Pinocchio from the cartoon movie Pinocchio. If halfway through his transformation into a donkey, he stopped. All right, so that's all I got. Thanks, guys. Thank you. Cool.
Bring it.
Bring it?
Yeah. Can we like set it up?
Yeah, you can do whatever you want.
Here.
But like I need it because it was $80.
Yeah. No, I get it. I just want to. Can we like lean it? We'll put it in the back. I want it to leer at them. Yeah. Give it up one more time for Jeremy Kaplowitz, guys. I love that prop. That's
thank you.
I've never, like, you did not. You're very. I feel like you were keeping it very close to the chest.
You know, there's not that many people here, so the more I explain it to, the more don't get it when I tell it.
Yeah. I love it though. Yeah, because I heard you telling that story, and I was like, oh, that's like it's funny on its own, but just seeing that, it's terrifying. It's fine. No, it's fine. It's no.
It is terrifying, and that's because if I ever have children, that's what they'll look like. Because that's like what I am.
As babies.
Yeah, no, for real. Well, I hope they're that bald.
At least they have sweet beards.
Yeah, they will have
Babies with
sweet
sweet
beards.
beards.
And Reddit apparel.
Yeah.
Which,
that fits.
yeah.
So you got beef with the Juggalos, huh?
So are you a juggalo? Is that what's up?
I'm a casual fan.
Are you?
No, I went through a stage in my early teens, and it was. There's nothing wrong with it, okay?
So do they like make music that sounds good? Like
Yeah.
I don't.
It's everything you want from rebellious music.
Okay.
Or it's like rebellious music, but also like it's like, hey yo, we suck in messages about doing the right thing in here. They have. I'm not kidding. They like I listened, and then at some point they came out with a record that was called Shangri-La, and the last track is like they talk about the carnival, you know, the wicked clowns and stuff, and then they're like, the carnival is God, and may all juggalos find him.
And that's a positive message.
Yeah, well, they were, because all of it was like, yo, we fucking chopped the head off bigots. Man, I forgot the lyrics to all of the ICP songs I used to sing back at them.
They just sound like a weird cult. Like
It is a weird cult, but it's great. There's nothing.
But not even like a good cult where they like are like you're like, oh well, they're really convincing because it's like religious. It's just like, oh, these two middle-aged men dressed as clowns, and everyone's like, yeah, this is my cult.
I mean, when I was in my teens, they weren't as middle-aged as they are now. So.
Don't they have like kids?
Yeah, probably. I don't know. Shaggy's kid looks just like Shaggy. I don't know.
Right. I've heard that song.
Yeah,
that's like their one big hit.
That's not a big hit.
That's their number one big hit.
They had Fuck the World. They had Let's Go All the Way. Not their best songs. Yeah, who's going chicken hunting? Come on, man.
I've insulted so many people with this show.
Yeah, everyone
But
hates you.
I don't. It's okay. I'm fine with that.
All right, you Juffalo. You juggaho. These are actual insults they use.
You sound like not that casual of a fan. You know a lot about it. I feel like in my head, a casual fan knows like 5 songs. This is a bad.
No, you've made your point. Yeah.
You know, thank you for having me. I'm so happy to be here. I don't know why I'm insulting you on your show. It's really good.
Just get a goddamn writing credit.
Oh no. What have I done?
You wicked ninja lotuses. I'm gonna read out Jeremy's plugs. Woo woo.
Oh my God. Is that a real thing?
Yeah. When I say stomp, y'all say woo woo. Stomp. See, they know it. All Juggalo fam in the audience.
Is there anyone here who's not a juggalo? Am I gonna get like murdered by clowns?
All right, so if you want to find more about this dipshit, you can find him on Twitter at Jeremy Smiles. Also, check out Lizard People of New York. That's on Facebook. That's blown up. It's really funny. Despite being a Juffalo #1 hater, y'all, he's a pretty funny comedian. He's written on Truth Bang, Above Average, Crack.com, The Hard Times. You write a lot of. I love your articles there.
Thank you.
Yeah, so I can't hate that much because you know, homie got Laughter Gamer. I'm out of touch, guys. All right, let's see what you got. All right, so this is coming from writer Jeremy Kaplowitz. The season 7 premiere of Game of Thrones is this Sunday at 9 p.m. only on HBO. It's not TV, it's HBO,
right.
So a lesser product. But nonetheless, thank you for appearing on a legitimate television show. Now you're a professional.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Jeremy Kaplowitz, pronounce his last name right. Now fuck off.
Thank you.
All right, let's keep this beach party going. Next up, This performer is just a joy and a delight. Originally from California, I believe that's correct. Just made up facts on the spot. But such a wonderful person. Please give it up for Jessy Morner-Ritt.
Thank you guys so much. Every morning when I'm feeding my chickens on the farm, Bessie and Essie, and I'm ruffling their feathers, metaphorically and literally, and I'm looking at them, and I'm looking at their eggs, and I'm looking at them, and I'm looking at their eggs, and I'm just plagued by that question, you know? Like, what came first? My anxiety or my depression? I'll just never know. My favorite hobby is therapy. I like it because it's like a little talk show about me. It's not legitimate, but boy, is it a talk show, you know? But like any good talk show, you have to deal with audience reaction. And in my case, my audience is my therapist, Lori. And this is her reaction. Jessy, where are you looking? I just asked you a question. Where are you? It was a good question. I need you to make eye contact when you answer. Jessy, where are you? Jessy, where are you looking? And I'm like, camera 3. I'm looking at camera 3. I'm like, do we have a makeup person on set, or is this just kind of what we're going with, you know? She told me that I have to go on anxiety medication, and I was like, you go on anxiety medication, bitch. Just kidding, I would never call her that. She's a lady. But I was like, you know, whatever, I'll go on anxiety medication, but I do really want to switch networks. This just isn't working out. This is my impression of a palm reader who's just kind of lost her passion. I don't know, dude, your skin just falls in on itself that way. Get out of my house. This is an impression of my mom if she were to do the laugh track for Friends or like a sitcom. That's funny. That's funny. Okay, now that's funny. My dad is an attorney for criminals on death row, which means that growing up I had 2 pen pals. One was Lily. She was from Massachusetts, and the other was Ronnie Ayala, who was a convicted member of the Mexican drug cartel. And you guys can imagine just how much I cried when I found out that the government killed my pen pal. But I was like, Lily had it coming, you know. She had written in her past letter that she had touched a painting on a school field trip. And I was like, you can't do that, they're gonna kill you. Oh, this is my impression of a one-woman improv group. I got your back, I got your back, I got your back, I got your back, I got your back. That fucking crushes if you get it. This is my impression of an MTA driver who doesn't realize she left her speaker on. Okay, Suzetti, it's just the next stop is just 125th Street, and you're just gonna say it. You're just gonna say it, and it's gonna be clear as a bell, and they're all gonna hear you, and they're gonna respect you. Okay, it's coming up. The doors are opening. It's happening. Ready, set. Okay, folks, here we are. God damn it, Suzanne! You had it! I wrote a couple movie pitches that I would love to give to you guys tonight. The first one, fingers crossed, waiting to hear back from Sony. It stars a white woman and a white guy. And they don't know each other yet, but they live in the city of LA. And LA is like so colorful and vibrant. It's like a character in itself. And so they don't know each other, but they're rollerblading down Venice Boardwalk. And wow, is she cute. And she rollerblades, and she falls and she scrapes her knee, ow. And he rollerblades over and he extends his hand to her, and she looks up at him and puts her hand in his hand, and then their eyes touch and they fuck! So that's the first movie I wrote. The second movie I wrote, fingers crossed, waiting to hear back from DreamWorks. It stars a white guy and a white girl, and they live in Brooklyn, New York. And Brooklyn is so colorful and exciting, it's like a character in itself. And so these two people, they don't know each other yet, but they're at a brownstone apartment, and they both reach for the same Paul Simon vinyl at the same time. And their eyes touch, and oh boy, and they fuck! So that's the second movie I wrote, and the third movie I wrote, and it's the last movie I wrote because I have to live in order to be able to write, and I can't just be constantly churning out gems, you know? So this is the last movie that I wrote, but it stars a whitefish and another whitefish, and they live in the ocean, but location isn't important. And the fishes, they're swimming in the ocean. They're just swimming around, and they don't know each other. It's a big old ocean out there. So they don't know each other, but they're swimming around, and then their googly eyes meet, and they die because of climate change. So those are the movies I wrote. This is so embarrassing, but I really love being here with you guys. I feel so like supported. So I was wondering if I could try some stuff out with you guys, because I have a roast battle coming up. It's just so weird. It's so uncomfortable. It's with my boyfriend. It'll probably be in public. You guys are all invited. So if I could just try out some stuff, if that's okay. Okay. Oh, this one's good. My boyfriend really wants a nickname. I gave up and just started calling him my ex-boyfriend. My boyfriend and I, we love to fight and we love to play chess. He loses both because he doesn't know how to treat his queen. Okay. And then the last one. Oh, this is weird. This can't be right. Oh, but it says it on the paper, so I gotta read it. It says, "Hey, Jessy, you're actually going through a tough time with someone you love. Maybe you shouldn't talk about it in a room full of strangers, you know? You're living in a new city, he supports and loves you, and it's kind of fucked up. Maybe eat your words, you dumb bitch." Roast battle paper, what? Okay, if it says so. Thank you guys so much. I'm Jessy.
One more time for Jessy Morner-Ritt. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yeah, you could. Thank you.
You're welcome. Has anyone gotten a close-up on your socks and your flip-flops?
I don't know if they have. Two? I can swim with them. Yeah, you opted for no socks.
Yeah, because it's not winter.
Well, yeah, it's a beach party though, and this is how I feel comfortable at the beach.
That's true.
Except this is like very less clothes than I do.
Well, I'm glad that you feel good and comfortable.
I'm sorry that you don't.
I didn't say that.
Okay.
I felt fine until now.
Okay.
I was having so much fun.
Yeah, me too. Look over your shoulder.
Which one?
Your left.
That's my right.
Yeah.
Is this a trick?
No, there's just a little Jeremy Kaplowitz staring at you. I just want to make you feel as uncomfortable as possible.
Yeah. He's on his knees though, so I feel in power and in control.
Yeah. I'm really going to cherish this. Thank you so much for being on a legitimate television show.
Thank you so much for having me. What a time.
You're a legitimate television show star now.
Thank you very much for saying that.
That changes everything. Man, it was great.
Do you want to talk about religion?
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you like it?
I don't really affiliate with any specific one.
Yeah.
Do you?
No, not really either.
Okay.
That's been religion. How was the talk?
For more, read.
Yeah. I feel like sometimes I worry that I laugh at my own jokes so much, and I'm tall and doofy looking, and then talking about religion just really makes me feel like I'll get weird Pete Holmes comparisons, which I've gotten before. And, like that's an honor, but
Yeah.
yeah, but we don't need to go deep into religion because
Well, when he dies, you can, I don't know, you can follow your bliss and be the comedian you've always wanted to be.
Yeah, just need that fucker to die. I hope he's crashing on a plane.
I actually didn't expect the conversation.
sorry.
I don't advocate for him to die.
No,
I
I don't
just
want
said
him to die.
maybe
I
when
like
he
him.
does,
Yeah.
you can follow your bliss.
Yeah.
Just lightening the mood.
Thank you. That seemed like a spontaneous thing, but you did actually ask me before. If you
I'm
could
not gonna touch someone's face without asking. I love consent, and I love rights. You know.
Thank you for asking.
Thank you.
Go on.
I didn't have anything.
Oh man, because I usually don't, and that's the thing I do.
Yeah. Well.
That's okay. I forget you're still fairly new to the city, right?
Yeah.
How
yeah.
long it's been?
Like 11 months.
Okay. No, you're not.
10.
Sorry.
I'd like to say I am.
Yeah, I feel like because I met you like earlier on.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh yeah, you're still kind of new, but you're not really. That's religion. So Jessy,
Yes.
You've seen the drill.
Yes, I
I'd like
have.
you to be a writer on the show as well as a performer, an outstanding performer at
Thank
that.
you.
So if you wouldn't mind just writing some righty rights on this.
Cool. I need to call my agent to see if I can write for this show.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
They're just asleep right now because they keep a really consistent schedule because they're a really good agent and they want to be on top of it. So I don't think they'll answer. So I'm going to write and I'm going to do this. But I do want you to know that I was going to check with my agent.
I get that, yeah.
Okay.
My agent's the same way. my Canadian agent. Cool. So if you want to check out more Jessy Morner-Ritt, because she's great, you can find her on Twitter, Jessy Jessy Morner MORNERRITT. She has a sketch show. Wait, is that, yeah, that was.
I actually really wasn't paying attention. It sounded
you're
right.
right.
It sounded right, but I have truly no idea.
Find her on the internet. You can also see her.
Just Google "hot girl does comedy," and I'll be the fucking first one that comes up.
You can also see her this Friday, July 14th at 9:30 at the People's Improv Theater at the Terror Bird sketch show.
Yeah.
That's really exciting. And she's also got a show, which I have written on a piece of paper because I'm professional. It's called Just a Show. It's July 30th at Sunnyvale at 5:30 p.m.
Yes.
Also features a legitimate television show alumni, Joe Firestone.
Yes.
So that'll be a super, super fun time show. Yeah, so Jessy's wonderful. Sometimes when I do this, I stretch and make it seem like I know what I'm talking about.
Here you go.
Okay, thank God. Great, so this is what our writer, Jessy Morner-Ritt, has written for a legitimate television show. I don't have an agent. Does anybody here know anybody who wants to agent me up? Jessy, thank you so much.
Thank
Agents, here's your $1.
And they should know that I'm vital physically. Thank you. Thank you so much for having
you.
me. This was
Yeah.
such a pleasure.
Go
Thank
fly
you.
a kite. I just realized I should have been saying that because it's a beach theme. All right, guys. Let's keep this beach party going. Remember, it's a beach party. We all remember that. Final performer tonight, wonderful, wonderful young man. He's just a hoot and a holler. He's great. He started his own religion. He's started a whole bunch of things. Just, you know him, you love him. Give it up for Brandon Scott Wolf.
Feels good making my public access debut. Whatever happens in the time allotted, I am going to use this as my submission tape for Conan. I am straight up serious about this. Whatever happens tonight, I'm going to put this on YouTube with the subject line, Brandon Scott Wolf's submission tape to Conan. Yes, this was taped at a public access taping. Okay. A little bit about me. I don't have a 9-to-5 job right now, which means that on occasion I will say certain things that sound depressing by accident. A couple of nights ago, I was hanging out with a good buddy of mine who was like, I have to wake up for work tomorrow at 5 a.m. And I was like, there's no reason for me to wake up tomorrow. Live in an up-and-coming neighborhood in Brooklyn. It's called the Bronx. A man who seemed a bit lost recently approached me and was like, excuse me, but how far away is a gluten-free bakery? And I was like, about 3 years. There's a laundromat in my neighborhood that turns into a wine bar at night, which is what my Aunt Karen would call just a regular laundromat. She is a drinker. Spent this past birthday of mine and celebrated alone. I drank an entire bottle of Jack Daniels. Even sadder, it was a bottle of Jack Daniels barbecue sauce. There's hardly any alcohol in that, you guys. Do some impressions for you if you guys would like. My first is of the Incredible Hulk with low self-esteem. You won't like me. My second impression is of an incredibly bored house cat. More like ball of yawn. My third impression is of an extremely evil eye doctor who's really good at his job. You'll see, you'll all see. Those have been my impressions. I'd like to take this time out of my set to plug my mom's Twitter account. Her handle is @GoulashYum. If you're not yet sold on following her, here's an example of one of her all-time best tweets. Today marks the 10-year anniversary of my father passing away. Wait for it. Hashtag dead dad. That's @GoulashYum. Sometimes I wish I had access to a fully functional time machine so I could skip over a joke if it doesn't land, or, use it for anything more important than that. Unfortunately, I don't have access to a fully functional time machine. But if I did, I would go back and talk to my 12-year-old self, and he'd be like, wow, Brandon, you're a professional stand-up comedian who lives in New York City? Are you rich? And I'd be like, that's why I'm here. Do you still have those Pokemon cards? I don't have access to a fully functional time machine, but I believe that there's one person alive today who does have access to a fully functional time machine. And we're all going to say his name on 3. 1, 2, 3. The rapper Pitbull. I say that because if you listen to Pitbull's songs, in one of them he's like, let's stop time and enjoy this moment. And in another song he's like, in order to understand the future, we're going to have to go back in time. And in another one of his songs, he's like, I own a fully functional time machine, Dolly. Mr. 305, Mr. Worldwide. Listen, I can't stress this enough. I'm Pitbull, and I own a fully functional time machine. You guys get it. You guys get my comedy by this point. I'm not changing the world. I'm just telling jokes, reasonable jokes, like I have a cat allergy, I can't eat cats, And I recently heard, get this is kind of nuts, sex ed is actually short for sexual Edward. I'm nearly 30 years old and I just learned that sex ed, see, like just there, I wish I had access to a fully functional time machine. A lot of people might not like my stand-up, but you know, I think the worst comment I ever received was a YouTube comment about 10 years ago on the first video I ever posted. The comment was, "You are the unfunniest Jew since Anne Frank." It continued, #deaddad. Thank you guys so much. I'm Brandon Scott Wolf.
Brandon Scott Wolf, everybody.
Hey, thanks for having me.
Yeah, thanks.
Real quick.
Yeah.
Jeremy Kaplowitz's thing is just me. It is straight up just me. I've been trying so hard to write like roast jokes on myself, and he has like a whole page of them.
I mean, no.
Isn't it upsetting when you realize you're the stunted Jeremy Kaplowitz?
I mean, I've never had that, but I
mean,
can
you
imagine.
were shamed for being a juggalo.
Yeah, that's true.
That's equally bad.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah. All right. Yeah.
Has anyone? This is like a live show, right? Has anyone like tweeted in and been like juggalos for life? Whoop whoop.
Oh, I should probably get like a handle that or to promote that you can do that. Yeah, I'm sure I'm sure people watch the show.
Is anyone watching this right now?
Hi. Yeah, you never think about the fact that there could be people watching your legitimate television show.
I mean, I hope Conan will watch it eventually.
Yeah, Conan, thank you for watching. Keep enjoying it. Watch some of the older ones. I don't know.
You're really playing with the audience here.
Yeah, I'm playing with the audience. Yeah.
Can I say eye fucking? You were eye fucking the camera.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what you do on a legitimate television show. You eye fuck the camera. You should give it a try. This one.
Oh, hello. This is my camera.
Yeah, me.
It's quite the crack team we've got here.
Yep.
Yep.
You go to one, I go to two. We eye fuck separately.
I wasn't informed.
Yeah, that's on someone in the crew, and not me at all.
When
as
I was
the
on
person.
stage, I was like, which one do I look at?
Yeah. We're 5 episodes deep. I still haven't figured that out. And it's my decision to make.
So good. It was so fun.
I'm sorry. Thank you so much for being on it. If you'd like to be a writer, I know you've written for some
Sure.
other things, but nothing as prestigious as a legitimate television show. While he's writing that, you can check out Brandon Scott Wolf on Twitter at Brandon E.S. Wolf. You should also follow his mom at what he said.
At Goulash Yum.
Goulash Yum. You could also please follow him too, because he has a religion. Follow BrandonScottWolf.com. You can also check out some of his past projects. Date BrandonScottWolf.com. Fright BrandonScottWolf.com. He's all over the place. You've got a lot of websites.
Oh, too many, and it's expensive.
Yeah, but it's worth it. I love all of them so much. Brandon, I'm going to give you your professional now.
Thank you.
And this is what the writer Brandon Scott Wolf wrote. Once again, please follow my mom on Twitter at Goulash Yum. Brandon Scott Wolf, thank you so much.
Cool.
If you'd like to come join us on the winners podium.
Oh my goodness.
We don't need this mic.
I didn't place. If this is like gold, and this is second,
No,
and this is...
this is a traditional winners podium with 4 winners placed. Give me 1 second. I gotta get my clipboard. You guys stretch out now.
You tried to walk in front of a camera.
I did.
Okay, guys. So this is the award portion of the television show, as most television shows have an award portion.
Does this cut at midnight?
Yeah, it cuts at midnight. No, it's
That's 3 seconds.
it actually
Well, those clocks are at the same time.
it cuts to
Are we live?
we're not live as of 2 minutes ago. It actually cuts at 11:58. But we're still doing this portion. This is for the YouTube. This is a YouTube exclusive. Follow us on YouTube.
That's where all the sick kids are anyway.
I mean, Conan watches it. Okay, so these are the awards. After this, these are going to be 4 award-winning professional performers and writers on a legitimate television show. You can't get a higher prestige than that. So first off, we have the Best Sarah at Starbucks Award. That goes to Sarah Summerlin. Next up, we have the official Wicked Clown Reddit's Most Hated Person. That goes to Jeremy Kaplowitz.
Probably true.
We have the award for Future Laugh Track mom version of a legitimate television show. That is Jessy Morner-Ritt.
Clap more.
Please clap more. And finally, we have Conan's favorite YouTube clip award. That goes to Brendan Scott Wolf. Guys, give it up. Thank you so much for watching a legitimate television show. Thank you for being here. Thank you for watching at home or on YouTube or wherever you're watching. Thanks to the crew. Thanks especially to Rich for helping sell this up, making this all possible. Thanks a little bit to Joe Nofel, Erica, Naomi, Danny, Dejan, people I forgot, probably forgot, Anna.
Are we live?
No. I'm still. Yeah. That's the end of the show. Thank you all for coming. We keep filming after it's live.
It's great.
Yeah. Thank you guys so much for being on. This is really fun. Yeah. It was delightful. Fuck the beach. This is the beach. Oh, I usually do like a sign off like that. That's to 2. Fuck the beach. This is the beach. Cool. Show over.
All right.
Yeah.